Hi students, welcome to Diamond Group of Illustration KSET and NEET online classes. Students, we have a little bit of time for KSET and NEET exam. So, better to practice more number of bits questions and some of the previous questions also. Then only you get a idea about what kind of questions they are asking and what is the question framing. So that kind of knowledge you are gained by the more practice of bits questions. Okay students. So yesterday we already completed haloalkanes and haloarenes complete concept. Today I am going to explain alcohols, phenols and ether concept. In the first question is among the following. So here there are given four options. So it is among the following, which one is L-lytic alcohol? Okay, L-lytic alcohol. So it is mains 2018 question. Okay, so the question is what student L-lytic alcohol. So they are given four options here. So from these four we have to identify which one is L-lytic alcohol. So here int is for this question, int is what is the meaning of L-lytic alcohol? So alcohol is nothing but the compound containing OH group. So if the compound containing OH group, then it is called alcohol. So here alcohol connected to sp3 hybridization carbon. Okay, alcohol connected to sp3 hybridization carbon. So how we know the sp3 hybridization? A single bonds are present. In between carbon and carbon, a single bond is present. Therefore, it is sp3 carbon. So alcohol connected to sp3 carbon. Next, sp3 carbon connected to sp2 carbon. So it is containing double bond in between carbon and carbon. Therefore, it is a sp2. So this kind of arrangement. This kind of arrangement is called as a L-lytic alcohol. Okay, clear? So L-lytic alcohol means what? Alcohol is nothing but OH group. OH group connected to sp3 carbon. sp3 carbon, next carbon is sp2 carbon. So this kind of arrangement is called as a L-lytic alcohol. So now we have to identify which one is L-lytic alcohol here. So once you observe OH group, alcohol group is there. And alcohol group connected to carbon, single bond is there, therefore it is sp3. And next carbon also containing single bond, so therefore it is also sp3, therefore it is not in L-lytic alcohol. Next, option B. So here OH group, alcohol group is present. Next, alcohol group connected to carbon, so here single bond are present, therefore it is in sp3 carbon. sp3 carbon. Next, sp3 carbon neighbor carbon is double bonded carbon is sp2 carbon. So therefore it is L-lytic alcohol. So the compound follows this kind of rule. OH group containing sp3 carbon neighbor carbon, sp2 carbon. So OH group is connected to sp3 carbon neighbor carbon, sp2 carbon. So therefore it is L-lytic alcohol. So it is mains 2018 question. Next. So here second question. When glycerol is treated with the excess of hydrogen iodide HI, then it produces what? That is the question. Again the question is repeated. Glycerol. So this is the glycerol student. So this is the glycerol. Glycerol react with HI, hydrogen iodide. Excess of hydrogen iodide. Excess of hydrogen iodide. Then it produces what? So option A, 2-iodopropane and allyl iodine, and C, propane, and D, glycerol triiodide. See here, for this question, this is the hint. So what is our reactant in this question? Glycerol. So glycerol is nothing but what student? Trihydroxy compound. So this is glycerol. So CH2OH, CHOH, CH2OH, 1, 2, 3, trihydroxy compound. So it is named as a glycerol. This glycerol react with excess of hydrogen iodide. So what happens, students? We already know in the dissociation process of hydrogen iodide, it forms H plus and I minus. H plus and I minus. So these OH groups minus charges. So these OH groups are substituted with 3 iodide when the glycerol react with HI. So then what happens, instead of these 3 OH groups, here 3 iodides are substituted. Then we get the product like this. What is the name of this compound? So numbering like this: 1, 2, 3, from top to bottom or from bottom to top, whatever it may be. So here first carbon iodide, second carbon iodide, third carbon iodide. Therefore 1, 2, 3 triiodopropane. So this is a compound. So this compound is obtained by the reaction in between the glycerol and the hydrogen iodide. So what happens, students? If iodide molecules are adjacent to each other, then it is unstable. So therefore here I2 iodides, they are eliminated as a I2 because of it is a unstable. So therefore these 2 iodides are eliminated as a I2 and form a double bond in between these 2 carbons like this. Okay. So here what is the name of this compound? Allyl iodide. Allyl iodide. I am already told you allyl is nothing but iodide connected to sp3 carbon, sp3 carbon connected to sp2. Then it is named as a allyl iodide. So allyl iodide again it is react with HI because of in the question they are mentioned excess of HI. Okay, excess of HI. Therefore the allyl iodide again it is react with the HI. So HI in dissociation process it forms H plus and I minus. We already know according to Markovnikov rule, H plus addition to double bond carbon, H plus addition to double bond carbon containing more number of hydrogens. So here double bond carbon, here 2 hydrogen, here 1 hydrogen. So therefore H plus addition to double bond carbon containing more number of hydrogens. So therefore according to Markovnikov rule, so therefore H plus addition to this carbon, then it is converted to CH3 and I minus connected to this carbon, then here product forms like this. Again here 2 iodides are adjacent to each other, therefore it is unstable. Again what happens, students? These 2 iodides are eliminated as I2. Okay, so now here double bond formation takes place. Okay, right. So now this compound again react with HI because of excess of HI is there. Okay, excess of HI is there. So HI in dissociation process it forms H plus and I minus. According to Markovnikov rule, H plus is addition to double bonded carbon containing more number of hydrogens, or I minus addition to double bond carbon containing less number of hydrogens according to Markovnikov rule. So therefore H plus addition to CH2 group, then this CH2 group is converted to CH3 and I minus connected to CH, then we get product like this. Okay, this is the final product. So what is the name of this product, student? Number of carbons 3, therefore propane. And second carbon containing iodide, therefore 2 iodopropane is a product. So therefore correct option is A for this question.
Next question here, phenol reacts with bromine. So first try to understand the question. Phenol molecule reacts with bromine water in presence of carbon disulfide. That is important condition. Phenol, so this is the phenol, student, benzene containing OH group, it is phenol. Phenol reacts with bromine water. Phenol reacts with bromine water in presence of carbon disulfide at low temperature. In presence of carbon disulfide at low temperature, products are what? That is the question. Okay, so here orthobromophenol and orthobromophenol only in first option. Here orthobromophenol and parabromophenol, and here only parabromophenol. Here 2, 4, 6 tribromophenols. These are the options. See students, here condition very important, that is carbon disulfide. As compared to water, as compared to water in carbon disulfide. In the presence of carbon disulfide, phenol ionization is less. Okay, this phenol molecule ionization is less. So therefore the benzene nucleus is less activated because of in presence of carbon disulfide the phenol ionization is less. So therefore benzene nucleus is less activated, therefore it favors to monobromination at ortho and para positions only. Okay, so it gives only monobromination at ortho and para position only. Why it gives monobromination only, students? Because of in the presence of carbon disulfide, phenol ionization is less, therefore benzene nucleus is less activated, therefore it is referred to monobromination. Therefore we get orthobromophenol monobromination and para-bromophenol. This is para position with respect to OH group, therefore para-bromophenol. So option B is correct for this question. Okay, so next question here, reaction of this molecule. So what is the name of this molecule? Ethylene oxide, or it is also called epoxide, or it is also called IUPAC name oxirane. Okay, so it is a heterocyclic compound, oxirane or ethylene oxide or epoxide. So if this oxirane reacts with Grignard reagent, RMGX is named as a Grignard reagent, followed by the hydrolysis. So first oxirane reacts with Grignard reagent, it forms one intermediate. That intermediate again undergoes hydrolysis. Then what is the product? That is the question. So here they are given different options. So first for this question, the hint. What is the hint here? So this is Grignard reagent, student. Grignard reagent is RMGX. We already know the dissociation process of Grignard reagent. R part containing negative charge and magnesium part containing positive charge. So in Grignard reagent, R part containing negative charge. Now it is reactive with oxirane or ethylene oxide or epoxide. So what happens, students, here in between the carbon and oxygen a single bond is present, but oxygen electron negativity is more when compared with the carbon. Therefore the bond, this bond shifts towards the oxygen side. Now this oxygen gets negative charge because this bond migrates towards oxygen and carbon gets a positive charge. From this Grignard reagent, R minus go and attack to this carbon plus. And from this Grignard reagent, magnesium plus go and attack with this oxygen. So then R minus CH2 CH2 single bond O minus MgX. So this is a intermediate. Okay. Now it is undergoes hydrolysis. We already know in water or dissociation of water molecule, it forms H plus and OH minus, students. So here in dissociation of water it forms H plus and OH minus. So in this intermediate, oxygen containing minus charge. So therefore from this water molecule, H plus go and attack to this O minus, and from this water molecule OH minus go and attack with this MgX plus. Then it is converted to alcohol. Therefore R CH2 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 and O minus H plus OH2 OH. So this is a product. So therefore what is the answer for this question? D. Okay, so D is the correct answer. Next question is, phenol reacts with ammonia in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2 at 300 degrees Celsius. The product is what? That is the question. So option here, aniline molecule and nitrosobenzene, nitrobenzene and hydroxylamine group containing benzene group. So like that. So this is the hint for this question, student. So phenol reacts with ammonia, NH3 for our convenience. NH3 is also written like this. And in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2 at 300 degrees Celsius. What happens here? OH group and from the ammonia, hydrogen, both are eliminated as a water, and in place of OH here, NH2 group is substituted. NH2 group is substituted. Then NH2 group and benzene. Then the product is called as a aniline. So therefore answer is A for this question. Next question here, decreasing order. So what they are asking, decreasing order of boiling point. Okay, so decreasing order of boiling point of the following alcohols. So they are given four type of alcohols. In these four type of alcohols, what is the decreasing order of boiling point? That is the question. See here, 1 pentanol. Okay, so here for this question, the hint, this is the hint. So 1 pentanol, 2 pentanol, 3 methyl, 2 butanol, and 2 methyl, 2 butanol. So these four compounds containing alcohol. So they are comparing these alcohol boiling point values. See students, I'm already told you boiling point always directly proportional to molecular weight and boiling point directly proportional to surface area, boiling point directly proportional to polarity and electronegativity, like that. So here that means what student, as the molecular weight is increases, boiling point is increases, as the surface area is increases, boiling point also increases. Once you observe 1 pentanol, so here straight chain, right, means surface area is more. So as the surface area is increases, boiling point also increases. So here straight chain, surface area is more, but here surface area is less when compared with 1 pentanol. Therefore 1 pentanol has more boiling point. Next 2 pentanol and remaining compounds. In these two, as the branches are increases, boiling point will be decreases. So here branches are increases. So here branches are increases. So therefore, what is the clue, student? As the branches are increases, boiling point will be decreases. So therefore, it doesn't have any branches, 1 pentanol, and more surface area. Therefore, it has more boiling point. Next, this one 2 pentanol, and here branches are increases. Therefore, this compound has lower boiling point. So therefore, based on this clue, the answer 1 pentanol is has more boiling point. Next to 2 pentanol, next to 3 methyl 2 butanol, least 2 methyl 2 butanol, because of more branches are present. Okay, so therefore it has more boiling point, 1 pentanol first, next to second, next to third, next to fourth has least boiling point. So therefore this is the correct option for that question. Here next question, ethanol and dimethyl ether. So they are given two compounds here, students. Ethanol, so ol means OH functional group. So ethanol is nothing but CH3 CH2OH ethanol or C2H5OH, and dimethyl ether. So here methyl group CH3 and methyl group CH3, dimethyl ether. So it containing ether functional group, it contains alcohol functional group, but both are having same molecular formula. Therefore, these two compounds are functional group isomers. So in this question, they are given two type of compounds. One is ethanol, this is ethanol, and dimethyl ether, this is dimethyl ether. Both are forming a pair of functional isomers. So both are a pair of functional isomers. Then the boiling point. So this is the concept. The boiling point of ethanol, is higher than that of dimethyl ether. Dimethyl ether boiling point is less, but ethanol boiling point is more. So what is the reason? So that is the question. Okay. So these are the options. And now we want to find out the answer for this question. See students, for this question, this is a hint. So ethanol CH3 CH2OH has more boiling point, but dimethyl ether has less boiling point. What is the reason? Because of CH3 CH2OH, it is also written in the form of C2H5OH. Here in this ethanol, OH groups are present, hydroxy groups are present. So here OH group of this ethanol molecule, OH group of this ethanol molecule, OH group of this ethanol molecule. So here oxygen, more electron negativity, and hydrogen. In between these oxygen and hydrogen, a force of attraction is present. That force of attraction is named as what, student? Hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding. So therefore, in ethanol molecule, and another ethanol molecule. Both ethanol molecules, in between these both ethanol molecules, due to the presence of OH groups, hydrogen bonding is arises, or hydrogen bonds are formation takes place. So due to the presence of hydrogen bonding in this hydroxy group, more number of ethanol molecule. So ethanol molecule. So here also hydrogen bonding. This ethanol molecule, they are associated. So more number of ethanol molecules are associated. So due to this, boiling point is more for ethanol. So these kind of hydrogen bonds are not possible in dimethyl ether because of lack of hydroxy group. There is no OH group, but here OH group is present, therefore hydrogen bonds are possible. There is no OH group, therefore hydrogen bonds are not possible. So due to the presence of hydrogen bond, more boiling point of ethanol. So therefore C option is correct. Hydrogen bonding in ethanol due to this reason, hydrogen bonding in ethanol due to this reason, it has more boiling point when compared with the dimethyl ether. Next question is propane 1-ol. Okay, so propane 1-ol, it can be prepared from propane. Okay, that is the concept. Propanol or propane 1-ol, it is a product. This product is prepared from propene by what kind of reaction? That is the question. Okay, but in this question, what is the concept, student? The final product is propane 1-ol. So this is propane 1-ol. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons propane and OH group present at first carbon. Therefore, propane 1-ol is the product. This propane 1-ol product, it is formed from propane. So this is the propane. 1, 2, 3 carbon prop and first carbon double bond prop 1-ene. So prop 1-ene finally forms prop 1-ol. But what kind of reagents they are used or what kind of reaction is occurs in this reaction? That is the question. See students, for this question, this is a hint. Diborane B2H6 is diborane. So we already know diborane is electron deficient molecule. So therefore, it is act as a electrophile. And this diborane, it is forms to BH3. I means borane, boron and hydrogen is nothing but borane. So diborane, it is forms borane. So this is a borane. For our convenience, this BH3, it is also written like this. So here borane, boron and 3 hydrogen like this. So here it forms H plus and BH2 minus. So here propene containing double bond. Okay, so therefore addition takes place. But it follows anti-Markovnikov rule because of peroxide effect. What is anti-Markovnikov rule, student? What is anti-Markovnikov rule? Anti-Markovnikov rule is H plus addition to double bond carbon. H plus addition to double bond carbon containing less number of hydrogen. So that is called anti-Markovnikov rule. Or negative part, that is BH2 minus. Negative part addition to double bond carbon containing more number of hydrogen. That is also called anti-Markovnikov rule. So this reaction follows anti-Markovnikov rule. Therefore, now the BH3, this BH3 is obtained from diborane B2H6. This BH3 forms H plus and BH2 minus. This negative part according to anti-Markovnikov rule, negative part addition to double bond carbon containing more number of hydrogen. Here 2 hydrogens, here only 1 hydrogen of this double bond. So therefore BH2 minus addition to last carbon and H plus addition to middle carbon. Then we get CH3 and CH and H plus is addition CH2 and this CH2 addition with BH2 minus. Again, means from this BH3 one of the hydrogen, so in the place of one of the hydrogen, propane molecule is addition takes place. So here also same concept, here also again it forms H plus and B minus. So here this H plus and B minus, H plus addition to according to our anti-Markovnikov rule, H plus addition to double bond carbon containing less number of hydrogen. and B minus addition to double bond carbon containing more number of hydrogen, then we get like this. Again another hydrogen is remaining, therefore this hydrogen also, it is also addition with another propene molecule. Then in final compound all hydrogen, so this is the central boron. So here boron contains 3 hydrogen, but these 3 hydrogens are addition with propene, 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 then we get this compound. And now this compound, it is undergoes oxidation with H2O2. Okay, H2O2. Therefore, break this bond, add OH for this carbon, OH for this boron. So OH. So finally, we get CH3, CH2, CH2, OH. Okay, so 3 propanols. So 3 moles of propanol, and the byproduct is BOH taken twice or H3BO3. So therefore, the propanol, propane 1-ol, it is prepared from prop 1-ene by the reaction of diborane followed by the hydrogen peroxide reaction. Hydroboration, it is also named as a hydroboration. Therefore, for this question, correct option is C. Question here, what amount of bromine? So what amount of bromine will be required to convert 2 grams of phenol? So these two reactants, students, phenol and bromine. So what amount of bromine will be required to convert 2 grams of phenol into 2,4,6 tribromophenol? So this is the product. 2,4,6 tribromophenol is the product. So here this is the phenol. This is the phenol react with bromine, and it forms 2,4,6 tribromophenol. Okay, by the elimination of 3HBr. So it forms this product. See students, phenol is nothing but C6H5OH. It contains 6 carbon. So 6 carbon, 1 carbon, atomic mass is 12. So therefore 6 into 12, 72. 6 hydrogen, mass is 6. 1 oxygen, mass is 16. So totally 94 grams of phenol. Okay. So next, bromine molecular weight is 80. So here 3 Br2, total Br2 molecular weight is 163. Br2 molecules are 3 into 160, totally 480 grams. That means to produce 2,4,6 tribromophenol, we require 94 grams of phenol and 480 grams of bromine. But the question is what? If 2 grams of phenol forms 2,4,6 tribromophenol, then what amount of bromine will be required? That is the question. So therefore, 94 grams of phenol forms 2,4,6 tribromophenol. It requires 480 grams. 94 grams phenol requires 480 grams of bromine. Then 2 grams of phenol requires how much amount of bromine? That is the question. Therefore, 2 into 480 by 94. So 2 into 480 is nothing but 960. So 94 ones are 94 and 940. Remaining 20 is there. That means nearly 10 grams. Okay. So 2 grams of phenol requires 10 grams of bromine to convert 2,4,6 tribromophenol. Means this is the answer. Next question. Primary alcohols can be prepared, means these are the products. Primary alcohols are the products. Can be prepared by the reaction of Grignard reagent. RMGX is nothing but Grignard reagent. With what? That is the question. So here this is aldehyde, propanaldehyde, acetaldehyde, formaldehyde, and it is butanaldehyde. All are aldehydes. Okay, all are aldehydes. So here now see students, for this question, int is Grignard reagent if it is react with formaldehyde. Grignard reagent if it is react with formaldehyde, what happens students? Grignard reagent, we already know Grignard reagent it forms R minus and MgX plus, and this is the formaldehyde. Oxygen is more electron negative when compared with a carbon, therefore this bond shift towards oxygen side, and R minus it go and attack to this carbon plus, and MgX plus go and attack with this oxygen minus. Then R minus C plus RC bond, and this carbon already contain 2 hydrogen, and this oxygen now attached with MgX. This is intermediate, and now it is undergoes hydrolysis. Hydrolysis. We already know water produces H plus and OH minus. H plus and OH minus. So here it contains O minus and it contains plus. Therefore, addition of H plus, then it converts alcohol OH. Therefore, RCH2 OH. This is the product. So it is primary alcohol, students. Why it is primary alcohol? OH group containing carbon. OH group containing carbon. It is directly linked with only one carbon. Therefore, it is a primary alcohol. So these primary alcohols can be prepared by the reaction of Grignard reagent with the formaldehyde. So what is our question? Primary alcohol. This is the primary alcohol. It can be prepared from reaction of Grignard reagent with the formaldehyde. Therefore, option C is correct. Instead of formaldehyde, if we take aldehyde, that means A and B and D. Okay, instead of formaldehyde, if we take this A, B, D, these are aldehydes. So these aldehydes, when they are reacting with the Grignard reagent, they form the secondary alcohol because of one hydrogen. This is the formaldehyde. So in this formaldehyde, one hydrogen substituted with alkyl group. So therefore, alkyl group, two alkyl groups. Therefore, OH containing carbon direct link with two alkyl. Therefore, it is secondary alcohol. That means what, student? Grignard reagent, if it is react with formaldehyde, it forms primary alcohol. Grignard reagent, if it is react with aldehyde, it forms secondary alcohol. If Grignard reagent react with ketones, it forms tertiary alcohol. Okay, tertiary alcohol. But what is our question? Primary alcohols are prepared from reaction of Grignard reagent with the formaldehyde. So this is answer.